Hey everybody, welcome to the sampler. This is September's block. Okay, we're going to be doing a lot of half square triangles today, and we're going to make things out of the half square triangles. So I marked a line, and I'm going to sew on both sides of this half square triangle. This is going to be the A and the B half square triangle. Okay, so I've already sewn the other side, and I'm going to cut it on the marked line. Okay, 2 half square triangles. I'm going to press towards the darker side. And with this block, it's really important which way you press. And for this, and I'm always gonna, for this particular block, I'm always gonna press towards the darker fabric and not the background. Okay, so there's one. And 2. So here's my 2 half square triangles. I'm gonna cut off these little bits because they just add bulk. Okay, so now I'm going to make quarter square triangles out of this block. And the way I do that is I take one of these and I draw a diagonal line on the back side. So I'm going diagonally from corner to corner, the opposite direction of how I sewed it. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. So there's my diagonal line going this way. So I'm going to take this block and this one right sides together. You can see that I have my background fabrics opposite. I'm going to put this together. And I'm going to make sure that everything lines up, including the seams are right up against each other. And I can kind of feel that when I kind of put them together, I can tell that they're really close. I have this side up. So I'm going to pin it. Okay, so now I'm going to make a half square triangle. It's just like making half square triangles. I have my diagonal line. I'm going to sew on either side of the diagonal line. Okay, there's one side. And the other side. So let me take out the pins. I have my diagonal line. I've sewn on both sides, and I'm going to cut right on that diagonal line. Okay, so this way we made quarter square triangles out of 2 half square triangles, and I did the math for you, so it's all good. Doesn't matter which way I press this. Okay, let me press the other one as well. those extra bits. All right, so now I also want to make half square triangles using, in this case, the green and the purple. So I'm going to make half square triangles out of these two fabrics, just like I normally would. Okay, half square triangles. I'm going to cut. Just going to set it aside for now. I'm going to press it. I'm going to press it towards the dark. And I'm going to cut off these little bits. Okay, so I'm going to take a purple and a green, and I'm going to turn these into quarter square triangles as well. So I'm going to draw a diagonal line on the back side. I'm going to use this one. I'll use this one. You'll see it better. Okay, again, diagonal line. So I want my colors to be opposite. So on this one I have the green is down, this one the purple is up. I'm gonna put these together, line them all up. And once I get everything nice and square, then I'm gonna put in 2 pins to hold it in place. Here's my pins. I can make half square triangles basically. It's just a really nice way to make half square triangles without cutting the pieces, because if you pre-cut all the pieces, it really wants to stretch. You have all those biases going on and it gets really distorted easily. So that's why we're doing this. Cut on the marked line. And I have quarter square triangles. Doesn't matter which way I press it. There's one. I'm going to trim off these little extra bits. Okay, when you make these, you're going to have extra half square triangles, and they're just yours to use for whatever you want. So then I'm gonna make just regular half square triangles of the greens to put in the corner. I've already sewn it, I just need to cut it. This is using the 4 7/8 inch squares to make these half square triangles. I'm going to cut off the extra bits. And then just a plain square goes in the center. Okay, so those are the pieces that go with the block, and now I'm just gonna sew it together in rows. I'm gonna line these up. Go ahead and sew them. There, because I messed up. Yeah. I'm gonna sew these. Actually, I'm gonna put it like this. Is that better? Okay. Get that in a second. Forgot to cut this off. Last one. So this one is the middle, and I'm going to press it towards the middle because I just have that plain square in it. So since that's pressed in the middle, I'm going to press these out to the outside. Because I want my seams to go in opposite directions. Now I'm going to sew these together, and I'm going to pin the seam here and here. And then I'm going to add on this last piece. Again, pin it where the seams are. Okay, so everything is sewn. It's just the way I want it to be, no mistakes. So now it's all about which way do I press it, and I think it's gonna go, I'm gonna press it down and up because these quarter square triangles, they're so bulky. It's easier to press it towards a half square triangle than it is a quarter square triangle. And this way I only have one quarter square triangle I'm pressing it to instead of a bunch of them. Okay, so I'm going to press it to this bottom row. I like to have it so it's the least amount of bulk. I don't like bulk. side, and we'll be all done. I always like to give it a little bit of help at the seams where I think it's gonna not want to press in that direction. It just gives it a little bit of help and makes the seam flatter. Okay. There you go. There's September's blocks. Thank you.